Hi, I am Apoorv Bapat. I am working in Altair Engineering. Today we are going to discuss the basics of HyperWorks Student Edition. Plus we will see how to import, export, open, save files in HyperMesh, including how to work with different panels. Plus we will see how to rotate, zoom, pan the models in HyperWorks GUI. So we will start our session with opening of HyperWorks Student Edition. So go to open HyperWorks Student Edition, go to Start, All Programs. In all programs, Altair HyperWorks Student Edition, and with Altair HyperWorks Student Edition, open HyperWorks. Once you click on HyperWorks, it will start the GUI of HyperWorks Student Edition. Once it starts the GUI of HyperWorks Student Edition, it will ask you to select the user profile. User profile, if it's been selected to generate a deck for particular solver, as different solver have a different cards and different processing progress. So depend on the solver, you can generate a meshed file so that you can go to the particular solver and solve that files accordingly. So we will select here radius as the user profile and say OK. Once you click OK, it will generate a deck based on user profile named as radius. So for a radius solver, it will generate a user profile. Now we will see the different tools available in HyperMesh. So we will start with the beginning. The top GUI on the top of your screen, this window which you are able to view is the title bar. In title bar, it contains the version of HyperMesh that you are running. As you can see, it's 11.0 and the name of the file you are working on. So I haven't opened any file, so it's not showing the name, but it is showing the user profile. So you can view the user profile from here. Then just below the title bar, like the pull down menus in many graphic user interface application, these menus drop down a list of options when clicked. So these are known as menu bar. This is a menu bar of HyperWorks. In menu bar there are drop down list available, as you can see. So if I click on this, list of applications will open, such as changing display options. These menus drop down a list of options when clicked. Use these options. We can use these options to access different areas of HyperMesh functionalities. So you can access different areas with this drop down menus. Then look toolbar. After this, the icons showing in below of the around the GUI, or these are the icons which is showing around the GUI of HyperWorks, are the toolbars. These buttons provide quick access to commonly used functions such as changing display. So with this panels you can change the display. They can now be dragged and placed at the top or side of the graphic area. So you can change the location of these by changing the, or by dragging dropping the location. Say if I move this, I can move this one to this side. So you can change accordingly. As per your convenience, you can change the location of this toolbar icons. Then the next is tab area. The tab area, this is the tab area. The tab area is so named because various specialized tools display on tab area of the interface. Two such examples are model browser, this one, and utility menu, this one. So they are the mostly used options in tab area. The model tab contains the model browser. This tool displays the content of a model in a hierarchy tree format. It can be used to create and edit many types of entities and also to organize them and control their display status. The utility menu contains 4 pages of tool that perform various functions. I will show you the utility menu. It contains 4 pages, 4 different pages available in utility menu. By default, the FEA page is active in utility menu, and then there is opti geometry mesh user display QA model. So QA model is used for element checking tools. So with this you can have a variety of element checking options available. Geometry and mesh tools for working with model geometry as well as for creating editing mesh. So with this option you can generate geometry tools as well as edit the mesh. Then users is used, this option is used uh, to custom your tools you create. So this is the content of utility tab. Changes based upon the selection of user profile. So as you select the user profile, it will keep on changing. Okay, so after that the graphic area, this is the graphic area of HyperWorks. The graphic area under the title bar is display area of your model. You can interact with the model in 3-dimension space in real time. In addition to viewing the model, entities can be selected interactively from the graphic area. So you can directly select the entities from the graphic area. Then this is the main menu. This is the main menu of HyperWorks. The main menu display of each page the function available on that page. You access those functions by clicking on the button corresponding to the function you wish to use. So if you want to perform any particular functions by using different panels in HyperWorks, you can use from the main menu. Then this is the main menu page available in HyperWorks GUI. This is the main menu page. The main menu page divides the main menu into group of related functions. Only one page of main menu is displayed at a time. So the geometry page contains functions for creating and editing geometry, as you can see. Then 1D, 2D and 3D page contains element creation and editing tools grouped according to the element type. So in 1D you will find the tools related to 1D elements creation and editing of them. In 2D you will find panels related to 2D elements creation and editing of them, and 3D same for 3D mesh creation and editing of them. Then this is the analysis page, contains the function to set up the analysis problem and define the boundary conditions. So in analysis page you will define the boundary conditions, loads and constraints, and also set up the analysis. The tools page contains miscellaneous tools and model checking functions. So in tools page you will find different panels or different functionalities such as translate, elements, rotate, zoom, pan, plus scale, reflect, project, some of the organize, color, rename, reorder, count. Such type of panels you will find in tool page. Then the last is post page. In post page contains post processing functions, that is generating the post processing results, that is plotting, getting the summary, getting the results, after generating the optimization setup, getting the optimized file. So these are the ways you can get the results. So now we will see one by one how to open the HyperMesh model file in HyperMesh. So I'll go to model window. Now to open HyperMesh file in model window, we have two options available. First is you can click on this icon, which is an open icon. It's used to open the model. So, or else you can go to file, open and model. So by using any one of the process you can open the model files. Then go to file, open model and select the file which you want to open. So here I will select the model file which is bumper underscore cen underscore mid1.hm. The model file bumper is loaded in the model file. As you can see, this is a geometry file which has been loaded. Now we will see how to import geometry files or how to import HyperMesh models in HyperMesh. So to import models in HyperMesh, you can click to import option. This is the icon used for import, or you can go to file, import, model. So by using any one of these option, you can go to, or either drop down this import and click on import model. So by any one of this method, you can go to import option to import HyperMesh model files in HyperWorks GUI. So in this, click on the folder, open folder icon to select the file from the defined location, and here I will open bumper underscore mid.hm. I will open this file and say import. Once you click import, it will get imported automatically. So as you can see, this file has been imported. Now we will see how to import the IGS geometry files in HyperMesh, that is the surfaces file or IGS files from the CAD data, how to import that. So first of all, I will click close to close the import option. And now as you can see, as I started opening or importing files, it will automatically create a hierarchy which contains the component for particular models. So it automatically generates the components. Now I will import the IGS geometry files. To import the geometry files, again you have to go to import panel, the drop down list from import, select import geometry, or there is one other way of importing file is to file, import, geometry. From these two options you can import geometry or IGS files in HyperMesh. So there are different file types available in HyperMesh which you can import. You can select it from here. Either you can import IGS file, SolidWorks file, or step file in HyperWorks GUI. So we will first import IGS file. So to import IGS file in HyperWorks, click on the folder icon and select the file which you want to import. In this tutorial, I am going to import bumper underscore and underscore IGS file, and just say import. Once you click import, you can see your geometry which contains the surface has been imported in this particular GUI. Now we will see how to import. I will close this thing and I can see one more component has get added. Now we will see how to import FEM file which contains a solver deck, that is meshing and loads and boundary conditions. So if you have a already mesh model, and if somebody provides you an already mesh model of HyperMesh, so how to import that already mesh model in a form of FEM in HyperWorks GUI. So to import that, you can go to import icon or go to files, import solver deck. I will close it and you can go it from here, import, and select import solver deck. So you can select this option to import the solver deck. You can select different types of solver deck available. So from which solver deck you want to select the file, as this is the HyperWorks student edition and it's restricted to only radius and OptiStruct solver. So you can only select this, but in commercial license you can select many different solver decks. So right now we will select a solver deck for radius, then select the file which you want to import. So for this I am going to import bumper underscore and underscore rgd.fem. This file I am going to import. I will say open, import option to all, and say import. Once you click import, you can see here my mesh model has got imported in this geometry. So in this way I can import the already mesh model. So I will close this import model. So you can see this is my import geometry has is been imported. Okay, now we will see how to save the hypermesh session or as a hypermesh model file. So how to save a file in hypermesh, we will see this. To save a file in hypermesh, you can click on this icon, save icon, or you can go to file, save as model. So you can directly save the file as model. So I will create one folder and save the file as bumper1. From this you can see this is the new folder in which I have saved my file bumper.hm, which contains the geometry which I have imported plus FEM file which I have imported plus the complete meshing. So it includes everything which I have saved. So completely I have saved the complete model. Now we will see how to export geometry files from hypermesh. So to export geometry file from hypermesh, go to export panel. This option, this icon is used to export the files from hypermesh, or go to export geometry, or click on the drop down list and select export geometry. From any one of these two ways you can select, go into export geometry panel. So select the type of file you want to export from hypermesh, select the location where you want to save the file. So I will save this file as 1 and select the export option to all and unit as millimeters and say export. Once you click export, you will find my one file has got exported. It only contains the surfaces, not meshing it, and no boundary condition it will take. So I'll just move them into my new folder. So this is my IGS file which contains the geometry of my particular model. Then if you want to export FEM file, that is solver deck file, which contains the meshing loads and boundary condition for analysis point of view. So how to export the solver deck file, that I'll show you now. So to export solver deck file, you can again go to export icon, or from file pull down menu go to export solver deck, or from this drop down icon select export solver deck. So by using any one of this method, you can go to export solver deck panel, select the file type in which you want to generate a export deck for FEM file, then the template, which template you want to select. Different templates means different coding is available in different templates. Select the location where you want to save this file. So I will save this file as FEM, or say solver deck, and say save, and just click export. Once you click export, it will export the FEM file of your model. So this file contains the meshing and loads and boundary condition. This file will never contain any geometrical part or surfaces of your model. So I have now created 3 files. First contains both meshing and surfaces. This file contains only surfaces, that is geometry of my model, and this file contains only meshing of my model. So now I will see how to how these files has been created. So I'll say close and say new. Then again I will open. First of all we will see hypermesh file. So once I open this, go to open, select the location where you have saved. I will open this file and say open. So now you can see I have opened the complete file in HyperMesh. Again, I will import the solver deck from the given location. So I'll go to new and import the solver deck which I have exported currently and say import. So here you will see this is only the mesh model. There is no geometry available in this model. Now we will see how to import geometry files. So I'll go to geometry. To delete the existing file, I will click on this icon to delete the existing files, and then I'll again click on select location and select the file which I have exported and click open, and then I again click on import. Once I click import, you can see my file only contains the uh, surfaces of my geometry. Okay, so now we will see different how to rotate, zoom, pan, or different visualization options available in HyperMesh. We will see one by one. So I will close this and create a new file and open the HM file. So to rotate a model in HyperMesh, press Control key plus left mouse button. With this, you can rotate the geometry file in HyperMesh. As you can see here, to rotate geometry file or model of your of your to rotate model, you can just simply press Control key from your keyboard and with the press left key and just move your mouse. In this manner you can rotate the model. Okay, so now if you want to zoom in or zoom out, again press Control key, scroll down or scroll up. This will help you to zoom in or zoom out the particular region. Or if you press Control key, or if you want to zoom particular section by drawing a circle, so press Control key and click the center scroll button and make a circular zone, or find out the particular zone for the model. It will highlight that particular zone. As you can see, press the central mouse button. By pressing this, you can zoom the particular zone of that. So as I want to zoom only this region, so I can do it like that, as you can see. Okay, then if you want to pan your model, so press Control key and with right mouse button you can move your model in the complete GUI. In this way you can move your model. Control key plus right mouse button. If you want to fit a model in the complete GUI, press F from your keyboard to fit the model. F is used to fit to screen. So if you want to fit to screen your model in HyperWorks GUI, just press F on your keyboard. Now there are different visualization options available to view meshing in solid in line mode, to view surfaces in solid and line mode. Also to hide surfaces and geometry, we will see the different panels available. So first of all, open the model browser and open the component hierarchy. Then these icons are used if they are highlighted, that means it is showing the surfaces of the component. These icons are used for surfaces, to view the surfaces. So if you click on them, the surface will get hidden, and the icons just below surfaces are used to show meshing. So if you or elements. So if you click on that, the meshing will get deselected. So if you click on that, the meshing will get hide. Okay, so one by one I will show you. I will open the geometry files, surfaces only. So as you can see, the surfaces are only in line mode right now. So to view the surfaces in shaded geometry, you can click on this shaded geometry icon. This icon is used to view the surfaces in shaded geometry. As you can see, now you can view the surfaces in shaded geometry, and this icon is used to view the surfaces in wireframe mode. Okay, so to view the surfaces in wireframe mode, click on this icon. Then we will mask these surfaces or hide these surfaces, and I'll open the elements of my geometry. So to view the elements in wireframe mode, you can click on this icon. This icon is used to view the elements in wireframe mode. As you can see, if I click on this, it has converted into wireframe. And if you want to view the elements in solid mode, so you can click on this icon. This icon is used to view the elements in solid mode. Okay, so these are the some display options available in HyperMesh. Now we will see if I want how to mask or unmask elements and surfaces and geometry, and how to select deselect the surfaces and geometry in HyperMesh. So I will first of all we will see how to select deselect elements in HyperMesh. So we will go to mask option. So this icon is used to mask the elements or surfaces in HyperMesh. So click on this icon. So this is the element. By default it select the element. You can mask or unmask these many things in HyperMesh, like elements, lines, surfaces, loads, systems, vectors, equation. You can mask all these things. So we will first see how to mask element. If you click on elements, you will find there are different options available in HyperWorks to select the elements. We will discuss the most important out of these. So I will go one by one. So click on elements and click by window. So by window means you can create a window of your own by clicking on the link and click select entity. So the area inside the window which you have created got selected. Okay, then if you want to deselect the selected element, this button is used to deselect the selected elements or selected entities. So if you click on this, the entities which is selected got deselected. Okay, now again click on elements and click displayed. So displayed will select only the elements which are displayed. So it will select all the displayed elements in one shot. Again I will click deselect to deselect these elements. Then if you click all, so it will select all the entire elements of your model, whether they have been hidden from here, it doesn't matter. I will show you. So if I hide these two components and say elements by all, so if I open this, you can see they are been selected. But if I hide these two and say displayed and I open it again, you can see they are not selected. So all means it will select all the elements of your model, and if you say display, it will select only the displayed elements. Now to select, I will again click on deselect. Now there is one more selection option available in HyperMesh. So press shift from your keyboard, and with left mouse button clicked, drag a window. It will create a window, and inside that window the elements which comes under this window will get selected. Now again if you press shift and with the right click, if you drag it, they got deselected. So you can select a particular set of elements by using this panel, just like by if I drag this, so they got selected. If I want to deselect this, so they got deselected. So if I right click on any one of the element, they get deselected, and if I left click on that, it will get selected. So this is the selection procedure for elements in HyperWorks. So if I click mask, they get masked, they get hide. So in this way you can hide the elements particularly. If you click reverse, that means the elements which are masked is now displayed, and those elements which are been displayed earlier get masked. If you select unmask all, then all the elements you are able to see all the elements which are been masked. Okay, so these are the some panels available. Now I will hide all the elements and open the surface. Now we will see how to mask or unmask surfaces in HyperWorks GUI. So the options will be same. By window, display all are the same. The drag window is also same here. You have to select by surfaces, and if you select by drag, it will select the elements, the surfaces comes under your drag window. You can also just clicking on left click and click on surface, so you can select the surfaces and say mask, so these surfaces get masked. And if you want to reverse that, so you say reverse, the elements which are masked that get reversed. Or you can say unmask all. So if I want to work on a single surface, so I say mask and reverse, so only single surface, one particular surface can be viewed. So in this way you can perform mask, unmask and selection of the elements or surfaces. So these options are available in HyperMesh to for the selection point of view in HyperMesh. Now I will click return to exit the panel, and in this way we have ended with the tutorial, which covers basic introduction to HyperMesh plus different options like how to import, export, open and save, and how to rotate, zoom, pan the model in HyperMesh, also how the selection procedure works. Thank you very much.